Thank you very much, William. Distinguished guests, Martin and Willie Joe, Vincent and Joseph being very welcome as well. I'm particularly delighted at a personal level that our two guests here tonight are Martin and Willie Joe, two good friends of mine. And I was always aware of the lineage that Martin had with Lahardane. And it's particularly nice that we have Willie Joe and two guys, two heroes from Mayo to do the honours for Dave on. You're very welcome. I begin to discover in recent times that my eyesight has begun to fail, so I have to borrow all these glasses. I've never worn these before. But as Martin Carey just whispered, as long as you don't start wearing your clothes. But I suppose this is the first time in public that I've got an opportunity to acknowledge the parish of Lahardane and just to compliment the parish of Lahardane. I've been involved, I suppose, 30 years of management. I arrived in managing teams by default. I got injured when I was 25 years of age, and I took over the management of the All-Army football team when I was 27. And that's over 30 years ago now. I went on, obviously, and managed the Clare football team and the Mayo team, and Fermanagh and Roscommon and Crossmolina, and involved in Mitchells. And lucky enough to have had a bit of success along the way and had some great days and some tough days. But last year for me and the journey we had with Lahardane was as special and as joyous and as a happy occasion as I've ever had. And I mean that sincerely. We embraced the whole thing because the lineage I have with Lahardane, my mother's side, the fact that the big brother, the older brother, was chairman of the club, and obviously Jared and James involved in the team. And it was nice for me personally to be involved. I have to say I got great satisfaction out of it. But the couple of occasions when we came back to the village, and obviously the county final is one that stands out in particular. But likewise the night of the county final, and indeed the night after we lost on the Saturday to Multifarnham, the reception that we got, the bonfires, and the warmth of the reception that we got from the entire community of Lahardane. That to me was a special time. And similar to winning the games that we did, which was obviously wonderful, but to get the warmth of the reception when we came home was particularly special. And I've never got the opportunity in public to acknowledge that and thank everybody who was here that was involved in that and that made it happen. Thank you very, very much. The other thing I want to mention is obviously when Seamus came to ask me to take over to manage the team, I think they were struggling, but I mean, when I went down and met the players, I was aware, obviously, of that because I take no more than Martin on occasions took the team for a couple of training sessions, and you'd always look over your shoulder at the talent that was in Lahardane. Like, I mean, we're not a soccer club or a Premiership club. We didn't go and buy in players or anything like that. They were all there, and people asked me. And there was many people throughout the county, and indeed around the country, that have mentioned the success and the fairy tale that Lahardane was in 2017, and winning our county title was very, very special. The players were there. Like, I mean, I suppose the contribution that I and Darren and Eamon Rowland, who were involved initially in the backroom team, and subsequently Kevin Philo, who came in here and really added something special to us in over 7 or 8 weeks of the home stretch. But the one thing that we've always said about Lahardane is that talent was absolutely fantastic. Great young players, and an exceptionally talented bunch, including you, Barry, the older. One of the older guys. So, I just want to acknowledge the great work that's been done with the club down to the decades and the years. I think the club's about 67 or 70 years, close to 70 years in existence. Many good players went through the club and soldiered and kept the club alive. And I have a memory of, and I was talking to John Rowland about it last summer, and I mean, that team, I remember them playing across my North Mayo Junior Championship, and the team that Paddy Girls got rest of it, the Rowlands and Tommy Leonard and those guys playing for Lahardane. And to me, and more than looking at the Joe Corkins or the young fella, they were all kind of idols and gods in my eyes as well. So the success we've had over the last 12 months, the last 7 or 8 months, is built on a great foundation. The people who kept the club alive, the officers of the club, the Eamon Rowlands and many others who were ever present, and the guys who take out the young kids. I just want to say, it's a great testament to you, and the success that these boys have had here, lucky enough to have, is built on a great foundation. So I just want to acknowledge that and say well done to all those involved. The other thing I just want to mention, when you look back on the season, obviously you pick out a couple of memorable moments, and understandably the county final was very special. I thought the second half performance that day was as good a football as the team had played all year. It was absolutely remarkable, and they showed great resilience and character, and that never say die attitude you'd hope to see in the team. And you know, to have that 30 minutes of football to look back on in particular was fantastic. But there were a couple of little cameos just to give you an indication of the camaraderie and the great loyalty within the group and the great friendship that exists within the group. And I remember a couple of standout moments, but I remember Jamie Murphy coming on as a sub when we were playing Ballintorber, and he kicked a wonderful point. Jamie is one of those lads who never ever misses a training session, where he's there at every single, he never misses a training session, always present. But to see the reception behind me from the other subs, and the lads afterwards joked in the dressing room, and they were thrilled to bits, and that gives an indication of the type of camaraderie who was in the club, and that was a memory I won't forget. Another one, we all remember poor Gary getting sent off wrongly as it transpired, our team captain. And to see him distraught on the line on the sideline in McHale Park was a sad sight. And I remember saying to him, Gary, we're going to contest this and we're going to fight this to have you lead us out in the county final. And I remember we made representations to the equivalent of CCCCCCC that sits inside in McHale Park. And luckily enough, and thankfully, they saw that Gary did nothing wrong on that particular occasion. And when I rang him, he was driving down, I think down the Windy Gap, and I said, Gary, I have good news, you're going to lead out the team in the county final. And he had to stop the car, he was in tears, with happy tears, and just so relieved. And that's the memory I have, Gary. I was thrilled to bits that you got the opportunity, because you're, as I said to you before, you're a great captain and inspiration, the type of a lifestyle you have in your work ethic, in your work. Never ever miss a training session, and you're an inspirational figure to the team. But that's a memory I'll never forget. Tell you the good news. Last memory I have was the day of the county final. We were all out on the pitch, and I turned around towards the entrance of the tunnel, and I spotted Toss Gibbons, Paddy Joe Garrett, and I think Edmund Blake was there. And Paddy Joe had tears in his eyes, and you know, obviously reminiscing about the tough times. And for him and Toss and Edmund on that occasion to witness and to have the occasion to see a great celebration and to see Lahardane win something was another memory. I remember I was feeling good about that, so that was nice. I remember seeing you all there. So those, I think Edmund is here, and I'm not sure is Paddy Joe here. I don't think he is, but. Or maybe Toss it as well, but that was very, very special as well. I have to say to the lads who are here, yeah, to the lads that are here tonight, the privileged, I suppose 28 or 30 of you, you have been great ambassadors for the club. You'll live long in the memory. You put Lahardane on the map. And Martin is right, on occasions we chat during the year, and I was telling how special the bunch were and how we had great pace in the team. They played such a lovely brand of football, and but it was to see you grow as a team. I mean, I'm not going to start mentioning names, but to see the young lads flourish and develop as footballers, and I really do think you haven't come close to reaching your potential. And I mean, the fact that we stepped up into immediate level now. And one of the reasons I stayed involved with you this year is because I know you can get so much better, and nothing would frighten me at intermediate level. I think you're good enough to go on and really put the club on the map. I just want to say to you, you were a joy to work with most of the time. And I often say Joe Mulhern, like, I mean, he'd, and I said to the lads here, that cow must have had about 7 cows. The other thing I want to mention is very briefly, because I know you don't want to be listening to speeches all night long, but Cormac Briley and Matthew obviously exercising an option to take their J1 visas to go to America, which is a great, wonderful opportunity for most young fellas that have the opportunity to do that. But Matthew is out obviously in New York, and I know he's missed here tonight, and if you're watching or listening or seeing us now here, I just want to say hello to you and thank you very much for travelling home for the Ireland semi-final. To Cormac, who came home on 2 occasions and decided he liked it, he didn't like New York, he decided to stay, and it's great. I just want to say, I mean, for a guy to travel home from New York on 2 occasions and to come home and be with the team is nice as well. I just want to say well done, Cormac. I had so much more that written down here, and thank God I'm struggling with the light here. But I just want to again acknowledge Eamon, who I had to ask. I had to ask Seamus, who is Eamon? And he said, that's the man that will have the jerseys at every single session. He's there, he'll do the line for you. He's a terrific guy. And Eamon, you're a special man. I just want to say thank you very much for your presence at every single game. I mistakenly assumed that you were at home darning jerseys that were ripped off James Mahon's back on 1 or 2 occasions, but I was told subsequently that it's your wife Mary that actually washes the jerseys. So we were lucky enough. During the year that a fabulous person, Katie Merrick, made it known that she'd like to offer assistance to the team as a physiotherapist. And you're a breath of fresh air, always present, and a fantastic person. And we were lucky to have somebody like you. I'm going to just finish up. Again, thank you very much for a wonderful night. It's wonderful. The Bravery House Hotel, I think, has been fantastic. It looks particularly well. When you walk in here, you got a great feeling. And what William and Aoife have done here tonight in making this happen has been absolutely fantastic. Well done to both of you. I just want to wrap up. There was one of our lads, again, it was after we won a match. I think we some match down in Crossmaglen, and we gathered around in a group for a bit of a group hug after we won a game or something. And one of our inspirational figures gathered into the middle of the group, and he said, lads, come on. He said, we are Lahardane. And we are Lahardane, and hope we have a great future. Joe Mahern on the spot. But hope you have a great night. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, John. Just a few things to take from that. The oldest member of the club is here tonight. He celebrated his birthday last weekend, and all his family flew in from all over the world. I don't think he's ever missed a dinner dance. Let's hear it for Evan Blake, 90 years of age. One bit of news to conclude, John, maybe a bit of bad news for you, but Joe Mulhern has bought 5 more cows. And probably the quote of the year will also go to John Mahan. When Gary Newton scored a goal on a point, you know you want to win the Connacht final. Without any further ado, guys, let me call on, as I said before, you don't need a surname. Willie Joe.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, John, there for the kind words there earlier on. But I'm delighted to be here at the dinner dance and for the invitation from the club. When you get to my stage, we don't get too many phone calls anymore. But seeing that I'm an North Mayo man, I'm delighted that Lahardane did think of me and to be here to be on such a occasion, a historic occasion. You know, it's great to see a small rural club, and we all know how difficult it is for clubs to, from a numbers point of view and from cost point of view, to get, to keep the club going, and it's not easy. And it's a tribute to the officers of the club for the hard work and dedication they put in, because obviously there's been, you know, a lot of lean years, but when you come out and have the year like you've had this year, and once you got John there on board, I knew certainly that there was something going to happen, because John knew there was a lot of hidden talent down there in Lahardane, and he was the ideal man. So, like, we kind of followed the team from maybe midway through the Mayo Championship, and, you know, the one thing that struck me about the team was, you know, the type of football that you were playing, like how enjoyable it was, and it was enjoyable to play for you guys as well, I'm sure, because, you know, a lot of clubs go out now and they play this negative type of football, 12 and 13 men behind the ball, but I have to say the style of football that Lahardane played, like, it was totally open, honest, off the cuff, a lot of it, very, very good football, and very good from a spectator's point of view to watch. And certainly, I know the crowds that came from Lahardane, the support you had, but in fairness, an awful lot of people from other clubs, you know, latched on to the fairy tale as it was progressing, and, you know, they were totally, you know, taken away by the style of football. You know, we were really, five or six of our mates went to all the games, and we were so taken away that we decided to hire a taxi after the con final and go down to Lahardane and join in the celebrations. And I must say we had a very, very good night. But in fairness, a lot of clubs would have, after winning, you know, for the first time winning a county title, would have said, well, we've done very well for the year. But in fairness to the club, that wasn't. She said, go on, and the Connacht Championship came up and won it very, very well, with some very good football as well. And, you know, unfortunately, we were in High Park, and, you know, if you do little things went right on the day, you know, you certainly could have been in the All-Ireland final and maybe have won it. But, you know, for 1 year, for the first year, you know, it has been a tremendous year, and I'm sure, you know, the most thing is you look back and enjoy it. And the other thing is that you're up to intermediate now, and that's another challenge. But, you know, with the same people involved, and the same dedication, and the same enthusiasm, and the same style of football, I'm sure that there's only one way the club will go. You will be there or thereabouts. And, you know, from what I'd like to say is that, you know, I do wish you the very, very best. You're a great bunch of people and a great bunch of footballers, you know, to watch. And we look forward to go back again this year for more. So on that note, I'd like to just say thanks very much, and I wish you the very, very best of luck for the coming year.
Now, and our last speaker tonight will come to remittal. I'd like to call him Vincent Neary, say a few words.
Thanks, Chairman, fellow guests, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, I'd like to thank the club for the kind invitation to hear to their dinner dance on behalf of myself and Josephine. Privileged to be here on such a night. Great occasion for the club. Martin Kearney went back as far as Humbert's time to get a link with Lahardane. John Mahon has obviously close links with them, but the only link that I would have with Lahardane, I can see the parish from my front door every day, as I think most places in North Mayo can do the same. The picturesque Nathan is glaring straight down at us. I'd like to, just on behalf of Mayo County Board, to acknowledge the contribution that the Lahardane Club has made to the board down through the years, in terms of players at both underage and adult level, and only this summer I had a number of lads on the Mayo junior team, and I thank them for that, and long may that continue. Also, even at board level, James Gibbons is the cultural officer, a Lahardane man who had served as secretary in the past of the club. So I'd just like to acknowledge that too. And while, as I say, I'm on my feet, you know, a lot of officers and players, as the boys have said, have gotten through the Lahardane club in lean years. Fair play to them for keeping it going, and what joy this success must have meant to them. And you mentioned Blake there, and several more like him. So it's a great occasion for any community to win a county title, and the GA means so much to rural communities, and as I say, long may that continue. Look, I had the privilege of, I see one of the trophies up there, the first trophy that the new manager won in 2017 was a North Mayo exclusive junior final with their neighbours Ireland. I had the privilege of refereeing that one, and there were two new managers on the sideline that day, and it wasn't totally harmonious, but anyway, that was the first with the silverware he won, and progressing from that, he went on, had a few sticky moments during the campaign, as any manager and team would. Another tough day in Lahardane. I think someone mentioned about blood being spilled there, but it was a tough evening that evening, and I know there are elder people here, so we'll say no more. They'll have their ambitions to take over from Lahardane. John also mentioned a couple other moments during the year. There were two that spring to mind with me, and he was very diplomatic in the way he said, coming up to the county final, that they had a man sent off in the semi-final, and he decided to come along with a particular player to make representation and plead their case in front of a hearings committee in Mayo. I was on the CCC side trying to defend the referee's decision, and it wasn't as polite as John seems to say. You know, he has a way with words and a fair presence, so even in the presence of our hearings committee, he got that decision overturned. And look, we all acknowledge, to be honest, it was the right one, and it was a privilege to see Gary lead the team out in the county final. Final, Lahardane surely put in a massive second half display, but got a penalty, probably the last kick of the game. And I saw a plainclothes man coming in. I thought he was going to take the penalty. But lo and behold, he was ushered off the field. And like any good manager would do, he collected the Lahardane balls, brought it way over to the sideline. Also good. I don't know if he had done that all year, but poor Kilmaine lads were so frustrated at this that they were targeting the manager instead of actually winning the game, but it's all part of the act. Well done to the team. Well done to the team and to the management and to the club. Club officers, well done to you, and I'd also just like to acknowledge the courtesy you have shown me during my time as an officer of Mayo County Board and of the North Board. So, wish you continued success. It has been mentioned to you, stepping up to intermediate level will not be a problem to you. It's all about onwards and upwards. And look, congratulations. Enjoy the night because it deserves to be enjoyed. It's a huge occasion for any club to win a county title. And I think if we were to equate what Lahardane achieved this year, it would be something like Dublin winning 20 All-Irelands in a row. It's actually even bigger than that. Or dare I say it, the Mitchells winning 20 senior county titles in a row. It was of that magnitude. So enjoy it, and to all the previous officers and players, really enjoy it. Best of luck to you in the future. Thanks very much.
Thank you, gentlemen, very, very much. Now guys, for the fifth segment, we need total silence in the room. We have a lovely clip for you. Matty Queenan from New York has sent in a message to you all tonight. So you need total silence here.
Hey there folks, hope you're all well. Just a quick message to say, I hope you all enjoy the night. I'm sure it'll be a great night. Apologize for you being there, but fuck you know. Thanks to Johnny McDonald for setting this up, and William, Aoife, and Johnny for all put together. I'm sure it was great. I'm sure you'll all have a great night. It was a great year, so why should it be? Yeah, I'll text you tomorrow to see if any of the stories for the night. I'm sure there will be. Especially after what happened last year, so yeah, enjoy the night. Best of luck, we'll talk to you all soon. Take care. Good luck.
Alright guys, that was all perfect. The man who couldn't live without. John McDonald had set all this up. And while I have him here, East Solutions put their hands in their pockets when Lahardane weren't going that well. East Solutions put their hands in their pockets again this year when Lahardane were going that well. He deserved every bit of it. Johnny McDonald, thank you very much. Now folks, we're going to have this big occasion of the night, the presentation. And I'm just going to give you a format for it. The player is going to go up for his medal. He's going to be presented with his medal. The official photographer, Anthony Leonard, will be there, and Jim McDonald will take a picture as well if anybody wants it on WhatsApp. They will then go over to one side, like they do in the All-Stars, and when everybody's got the presentation, you can all come up then and take a group photograph. Is that okay? So without any further ado, I'm going to call on our two special guests, Martin Carney and Willie Joe Patton, up for the presentation. And as the boys said earlier, every team needs a leader and there's a talisman. Our leader this year was none other than Gary Nyochton, and as John said, a man that was off at 4:30 every morning and back at 4:30 nearly every evening and still at training. So without any further ado, we want to start our presentation. Our first person up tonight, Captain Fantastic, Gary Nyochton. Next up, we have Joe Lahardane.
Okay, guys, once again, 1, 2. Yeah, done.
Next up, we have Conor Coleman.
All of you two, watch the mouth. Here, that's good. Perfect.
Next up, we have Philip O'Malley. Matthew reckons he'll be texting you, Philip.
Okay, guys, that's it. Launch from here. Yes.
Next up, we have Paul Coleman.
Okay, guys, watch it here. Lovely. Yes, good.
Next up, on behalf of his brother Matthew, we have Joseph Quinn, Matthew's brother.
Okay, what's in here, guys? What's in me? Lovely. Yes.
Next up, we have Barry Leonard, the ever statesman, as John said.
Okay, turn nothing around. Okay. Good. Okay, what's in here? Good. Yes, got it. Yeah.
Next up, we have Chris Rowland.
Okay, guys, 1, 2. Lovely.
Next up, we have Tony Dever. Next up, we have Aaron Murphy.
Okay, guys, stand here.
Next up, we have Adrian Millers. Next up, we have Mark New. And next we have Shane Loftus. Next up with James Mahan.
Okay, Mike, on from here. Good. Okay.
off it. The quietest man in the group, Alan Gallagher. The man with all the ear miles, Cormac Riley. Michael Coleman. Sean Jordan. Jarlath Mahan. Gary Mulhern. Noah Rutledge. Jamie Murphy. Joseph Canavan. Caleb Blake Nash. For Aidan Cronin, Mihal is here to pick up. Aidan had exams today and couldn't make it, so Mihal is picking up for Aidan Cronin. Kieran Mahan. And finally, the man who had a special relationship with Katie Merrick all year, he seems to be on the table most of the time, Billy Joyce. Back to full checklist.
I'll button her up here for elevation. Okay, guys? Good job, good job. Okay, done? Two. One more here.
And finally, Shane Finnerty. So we'll take this opportunity to thank Willie, Joe and Martin for doing the presentation. Thank you guys. Let's call now on Vincent Leary and Club Chairman Seamus Mahan for the presentation to team management. This is a very special plaque. There's only 5 of them made. It has got a little effigy of a footballer on it in the Lahardane colours. It's got the Lahardane crest on top, and then it has the date of the county final win and the date of the Connacht final win. First up, we'll call for John Mahan to receive his award. And then we call on Clubman Extraordinaire, David Rowland, for his award. And the good thing said here, as John alluded here, when you get Eamon, you get Mary, because the cost name is done all the stitching or the washing or whatever. So let's hear from Mary there as well. Now, we were listening tonight to thank another woman here who washed jerseys for maybe 20 years or more during Paddy's time. Margaret McGarry is here tonight, so thank you, Margaret, for all your work over the years. Next up, we have in the management team, Darren Leonard.
Okay. Watching here now. Yep, good.
Behind every great team, there's an even greater woman. That's here for Katie Murray.
Okay, guys. 1, 2. Yes.
And finally now with Kevin Fryan.
Okay, watching, guys. Lovely.
So now folks, Anthony is just going to take one picture. Anyone who wants to come to take a picture of the official team photograph, County and Connacht champions of 2017, Lahardane McHale's. Anyone who wants to take pictures, you're more than welcome to come up now.
Stand back for a second while he takes it.
Somebody might arrange the cups in the front.
Right guys, you're on camera.
Open to the back.
Yeah, you see that. Okay.
Just a team now guys, just a team now. Again, as I said, if anybody wants the individual presentations for WhatsApp or anything later on, just come to John McConnell here and get it on. Don't move, guys. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. Let them. Okay, well. Denise, that's you in? Can you give it them? Yeah, John, you take them. Denise. Here, Connor, Please, in there.
Shut up here, Connor.
Okay guys, everyone else keep their seats just for a minute and we will just do all the raffles and have them out of the way and then just put on your dancing shoes.
I'd like to thank this Kate American for my, what's the word you say, for being here this evening.
Hello.
How does it feel to be interviewed by Lahardane Live?
It's a great honour.
Fantastic.
Okay, the first raffle of the night is for the hotel breaks in the envelopes. Louis, right beside me. For Lahardane, you pick. Down to the bottom of the county cup. If you pick your own one, I go with you. Sharon said he must. Lahardane, 2 nights. Dr. Damien Kelly and Ashley. Okay guys? 2 nights in Lahardane Hotel. Compliments of Damien Kelly and Ashleen Kelly goes to Clough Bragg, Tricia and Francis McManaman. Yeah, Trish. The second hotel break, sponsored by Select Hotels, Bracey House. Here, Benny. The legend in his own time. It goes to Castley, Paulie Cochran. Come on, Paulie, catch this. He's coming. And the third hotel break, Shauna. Malvern and Galway. You got fully wrong, yeah. Don't you wish. Okay. I wonder what village this went to. Well, all I can tell you, we went to Carrickeel. No break! So she's going to her neighbour. Now guys, the big raffle of the night. Again, sincere thank you to Coulter Price. Michael Angelis worth €600 voucher. Willie Joe. A job for you. Number 52. Who's got 52 in the room? Number 52. Other right. 52 it is, yeah. Seamus to give you a voucher there. Number 251. 251. €300 voucher for Cliff Kelly Travel. 251. Come on, Jerry. Very Lahardane coming all the way. John is going to get someone else for the next prize. Eddie Egan jewellery voucher worth €200. Ticket number 11. Who's 11? You gotta buy some shoes now, boy. You gotta buy some shoes now. It's Gary Gibson. Don't laugh at it again. You won it. You won the tickets. You didn't buy these. That's how this goes. Diamonds are red, girls, let's friend. John is coming with a ticket firstly. From Knockranny, from Dead Riley, something Dead Riley. Who has number 70 in the room? 7-0. Number 70. Go ahead! John is going again there, see? This is for Quinn's Chemist in Crossmolina. Number 158. 158. Hey! Oh, John, you know here. Have to do some work. Next up is a voucher for Leo Doherty. $286. Who's got 286? What do we give it? The other one for me, John? Next up, the beautiful hamper sponsored by the Junction Restaurant in Ballina. Number 77. 77. Next prize up is 1 month gym membership at the Northwest Fitness Academy in Crossmolina. 58, number 58. Yeah. Next up, the Sunday lunch for 2, Fox and Watermills. If John can get round and come back with a ticket, he's very, very slow. Short legs. Short legs, that was definitely, I didn't even look and that was Aidan McDonald's voice. Brotherly love, huh? Brotherly love. Number 98. 98. Again, Katrina, London Boxer. Yeah, he's whispering in the ear that doesn't bring him, but anyway. Who are you going to give him to, he says. You hear that? Who are you going to give him to? Next up, we got a voucher for Elvery's. $32. Number 32. Well done. Underneath that. Another Elvery voucher coming up for €50. Number 45 for Elvery's. Number 45. 45. Who's number 45? Right, TJ, well done. Going to the last 2 prizes now, John. I need 2 more tickets, John, if you're out there somewhere. I need 2 tickets. Next up, we've got the Power, sponsored by Johnny Corcoran. 215, 215, 215. Well done, Mary. Well done. The last top prize of the night, number 113. He's no hands sticking out. Okay, let's see if he got him. He's pointing to the top pocket. Let's see. He has it, Jerry Murphy. And just to say there, guys, we really would like to thank all our sponsors again for the Eddie Egan's voucher and for the Elvery Sports vouchers. Conway Motors sponsors that. But the club just doesn't exist around the county final or the Connacht final or the semi-final, around the semi-final. And the eerie part of the year when things might be looking as rosy, and the club done a big fundraiser, we ran Lip Sync in Ballina. Lip Sync would not have happened without 2 people over here on my right hand side. They deserve all the applause that everybody else got tonight. Our main sponsors tonight were Sean and Isha O'Malley. And it would be very, very, very remiss of me to mention one man who's not here tonight, but when the lads won the county final that night at 3:30 AM, my phone went off. I thought somebody had died or something was going on. But maybe it didn't go off quicker. I wasn't even home at that time, John. Maybe I was, I wasn't sure. But anyway, I got a call from what I can only say is definitely one of my best friends in life. A club man through and through. And that was from a guy who left for America in 1995. He said, what can I do for you? That was Francis Bryan, who turned around and went fundraising in Chicago, and this man on my left here, Seamus Leonard and Inda Coyne will vouch for all the money Francis Bryan raised down in Chicago, unknown to everybody else. So well done, Francis. Beginning to thank. I thank you earlier, but now that we're here on Lahardane Live and that you guys are looking in, to Damien, Kelly and Ashling for your wonderful gestures tonight. Thank you very much, guys. So without any further ado, the night is now yours. No tables are removed. The dance floor is here. Over on my right, your left, we have an area here for any families who want to get photographs taken with the team member and all the cups. And John will bring them over there now. Have a wonderful night. God bless and thank you from Lahardane Players.